Hey everyone, it's Nick. Today I'm in my testing world once again, and I want to show you two cool relevant projects that you can use when you don't know what to do with ugly blocks that you've got laying around. And let's take lapis as an example. If you don't use it for enchanting, there's not a high chance that you use it for anything else, really. Unless, of course, you can integrate it into a building smartly, but that's not a very high chance, and that's what these two trees, which look kind of weird at the first glance, but the more you look at them, the cooler they get, in my opinion at least. So let's focus on the first one here, which is called a chorus tree, posted by craft_kid. A link to his profile is going to be in the description, of course, and chorus quite obviously because it consists of chorus plants and lapis lazuli. And we'll take one endstone, that's at least what you need to plant on your chorus flower that you get from the infinite end. And I increased my tick speed so that this plant grows really quickly. You can do that by typing in game rule like that, and then random tick speed, and then set that to 10,000. I wouldn't recommend doing this in your survival world because that will also increase some other factors like melon and pumpkin growth, and I consider this cheating, so I would only do that in my creative world and just for the sake of making this. So if you want to grow a chorus plant, you'll just have to wait a little bit and then trim it to the height that you want to have. For example, like this. Remember that all the upper parts, just like in a cactus, will break if you remove them. And that's what we're left with right now. So you've got your stem already, which is randomly generated. That's also quite cool. And then you can start working with that. Maybe do a cross shape first and then go down, but be careful not to go into these intersections because that will remove all the blocks around it for some reason. Yeah, I can just place it here and then they're gone, so be careful about that. But it's also a positive aspect about that. If you cannot stand your tree anymore, just remove it and then you've got some floating lapis, but that's okay. But you get the idea. You just make a solid stem out of chorus plants and then work your way around with lapis while being careful not to put any into these intersections. And then for some decoration you could add more endstone and then place a chorus flower on there, which is not growing despite the fact that my tick speed is so high because of a simple trick that can also be used with vines or other plants to keep them from growing, and that is just string. Place it in the direction that the plant would grow in, and that will prevent them from growing any taller, which looks quite cool. Alright, let's go to the second tree, which has been posted by Michel Pinguan. You can see his name in the top left. Sorry if I butchered your name, but his profile is also going to be linked in the description below, which on which he posted this tree, which uses, let's see, purple pillars, purple stairs, and also some purple slabs down here at the bottom. And then for decoration there is podzol, some water to act as a lake, and some soul sand as well, which breaks up the pattern of this podzol, which is also a really good idea. Just imagine if you had a really wide area filled with podzol, and then you can just put some soul sand in to break up the pattern, and that will work wonders and not make your place look so monotone, I guess. And yeah, let's get back to the tree. Purple blocks, and then some netherrack on top, and some hangy downy things with iron bars. Also pretty simple to make. Just use some purple slabs and then create something like this. Maybe a stair right here, then a slab, then another stair like that, and maybe one here, and then go up like this. And then these purple pillars, that is quite cool, act kind of like quartz pillars or tree logs. They are facing into the direction that you place them, and that's what you'll have to be careful about. Not that you build a tree that goes like this sideways, and you don't want that to happen. So you just go up, and then if you want to branch off, use a purple stair, then go up one more, and then branch out like this, just like you can see here, and then use another stair to go up again, and then you can use some netherrack. I recommend not doing a full round thing like we did here, but more of a flat acacia-like look, and that also is supported by the look of this stem. So go flat, make it 3 tall or maybe even 2 tall, and then the bottom layer has to be a little bit smaller than the middle one, and it's sort of like a sandwich. There's bread here, bread there, and then sausage in the middle if you want to have it that way. Alright, then some iron bars, hangy down thingies, and then you're done with your tree. Doesn't that look great? Well, no, it doesn't, but this looks great. It took a little bit longer to replicate, but if you want to pretty up your area around, I always recommend not just leaving it as a flat place. Always add something that has depth. For example, this water works wonders, because it just has this little bit of a lower level, and it's better for the eye. Also, these mushrooms heighten it a little bit, and you get the idea, you know? Just work with levels, and that will make your area look that much better. And break up the patterns. If you want more advice on this type of stuff, you should check out my building tips series. And if you want to see more cool inventions from the guys that posted these 2 trees, of course check out their profile, links in the description. There's more relevant video information there, so it's always worth a look. But that's it from me today. I hope you liked this video. If you have any questions regarding building some of these or adding some details, or if you just want to talk to me, you know, feel free. I'm gonna talk to you, and then we'll see us next time. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, but that's it now. I'm rambling. Goodbye.